Today we are going to look at the topic of organizational culture. First, let us review the meaning of the word culture. Simply put, the culture of an organization is the way in which things get done in that particular organization. It is significantly different from any other organization and is therefore regarded as learned behavior that is shared with others. An organization's culture has a significant influence on the attitudes and behaviors of organizational members, and it directly refers to the organization's internal environment. An organization's culture reflects its norms and the values of the formal structure, as well as the history of the internal and external struggles. Now let's consider the effect of organizational culture on organizational effectiveness. The culture of an organization can work to the organization's advantage by creating an environment which is conducive to improving employee performance by making them productive, satisfied, and willing to accept and be part of change for the better. However, a negative culture can work against the organization by setting up barriers which will prevent the achievement of strategies. It is therefore critical for management to ensure that the organization's culture is positive, as it has such a strong influence on the lives of employees. An organization's culture can have the following positive effects. Firstly, it can provide all employees with a sense of identity and unity. It can also facilitate employee commitment. And lastly, it can shape the behavior by providing guidance on what is expected. An organization's culture can be influenced by various factors. These factors include the following. Firstly, the organization structure. This refers to how employees feel about the rules, regulations, and procedures in the workplace. The second factor, job responsibilities, refers to how employees experience being in charge of their own jobs in the workplace. Rewards, as a third factor, refers to how employees feel about rewards received and the emphasis on either positive or negative responses to work done. Fourth, risk refers to the challenge that a job holds in a particular organization. The fifth factor, known as warmth, refers to the friendship and friendliness of co-workers in the workplace, as well as the existence of social and informal relationships. The sixth factor, support, refers to the amount of help which managers provide, as well as support from fellow workers in the workplace. The next factor, known as standards, refers to the importance of doing work to a particular standard as set out by management in the workplace. Conflict is a factor that influences the manner in which problems are handled by management in the workplace. The second last factor, known as identity, refers to the feeling of belonging to a team and the importance that management places on teamwork. Lastly, the leader-subordinate relationship is regarded as the most important characteristic of the culture, as it has to be healthy in order to achieve organizational goals and objectives. There are two main types of organizational culture, both of which we will look at in this video. The first type of culture is known as a closed, threatening culture. The next type of culture is seen as an open or participative culture. Let's consider the closed, threatening culture first. This culture has the following characteristics. Output objectives are extremely high, and employees are responsible for performing tasks in the workplace. This culture has a narrow span of control, and the emphasis is on individual performance, and teamwork is therefore not encouraged. This culture has high productivity, but workers are not motivated or satisfied in their workplace. An organization therefore emphasizes formal authority structures and also only concentrates on functional units in isolation. When we look at the open participative culture, it has the following key characteristics. Firstly, it is regarded as highly effective. Motivation takes place by means of management by objectives. Employees participate in decision-making within teams. And authority is delegated to lower levels. In most cases, employees get rewarded for excellent performance in the workplace. And communication is regarded as open and friendly. Task enrichment is encouraged, and at the same time, conflict is handled effectively. In an open participative culture, there's many opportunities for job enlargement. Employees have confidence in their leaders. And lastly, employees are developed. An open participative culture has the following advantages. Employees are positive towards the enterprise and they accept management ideas readily. Changes are also easily accepted, which leads to increased cooperation, decrease in conflicts and grievances, and decrease in labor turnover. The barriers, on the other hand, to this culture is where subordinates have limited abilities, training and interest, and management is mostly autocratic. There is also little initiative to create a positive culture, and the present enterprise policy has specific limits. In the next section, we will look at how management can manage the organization's culture effectively.